I'm in the mood to spend some time tying my fingers in knots and checking out some interesting melodic patterns. So let's do that. Hi, I'm Brian from Airflow Music. Welcome back to another Exercise of the Week video. In these times when we're all mostly staying at home for the time being, I think it's important to have some new and interesting things to practice, just to break up the monotony. And so the exercise I have for you today is very much within that realm. This exercise is basically an embellished scale drill, based on a concept that may be familiar to some of the jazz players among you, namely using approach notes to embellish a scale. I'm not going to particularly go into what those are and how that works necessarily, because that would be a long video all of its own and I'm not necessarily the best person to explain it. What I do know is they're super interesting to practice and will tie your fingers in knots if you're not used to them. In common with every video in this series, the exercise is available as a free downloadable PDF from the Airflow Music online store. You'll find the link in the description below. Right, there's not too much to say about how I'd like you to practice this one. It's going to be fairly standard, particularly if you've seen a lot of these videos before. This is not exactly like one of my alternative technical studies or something like that, where I want you to repeat a fairly short phrase over and over again. Instead, this one's a little longer, but still definitely challenging to play. However, I do recommend that you repeat it a number of times and use some different articulations, particularly once you get it under your fingers. Here's the first line of the exercise. It certainly has an interesting sound to it, and that's one that the jazz players among you may potentially find useful. But no matter what style of music you regularly play, there's definitely some interesting stuff to tackle here. To begin with, as usual, I recommend that we just go slowly and slur our way through. So that's what I'm going to do to begin with. Okay, kind of an interesting pattern as you can hear. There are 12 exercises on the PDF, one for each of the 12 keys, and I'm going to recommend that you repeat each one 3 times, each time with a different articulation. On the first time I suggest that you slur, on the second time I suggest you single tongue, and on the third time I suggest you jazz tongue. As we discussed in previous videos, that's where we tongue the second of every pair and slur across each downbeat. If that's not an articulation you regularly use, you could also choose to double tongue this or K-tongue it as a preparation for double or triple tonguing. We'll talk more about that some other time as well. Either way, I suggest you play it 3 times with different articulations. For the second repeat, let's go through it tongued. That would sound something like this. Okay, and then for the third repeat we could potentially jazz tongue it, as I said. That sounds something like this. Now let's see if we can put it all together. Since I've gone slowly through it a few times, I'm going to put the metronome on now and try and play in tempo. Since this is all notated in 8th notes, I'm going to set that to 144 beats a minute. Nice medium tempo. Let's see how it goes. Please go ahead and download the free PDF at the link in the description below and try it for yourself. If you have any questions about this exercise or I missed explaining something, please comment below. I'll get back to you just as quickly as I can. As you may have noticed already, while we're all staying at home, I have been posting additional videos during the week in what I call my Trumpet Quarantine Tips series. So if you have any requests for a topic you'd like me to address in one of those videos, or for an exercise we can all practice along with, then I'd like to hear about those too. In fact, there's every possibility that I'll do a practice along later in the week for this exercise. All the exercises in this series are available for free download. However, if you'd like to acknowledge the work that goes into making these videos, you also have the option to name your own price and contribute a few dollars. Alternatively, while you're over at airflowmusic.com, please check out the books, lessons and other merchandise that I have on offer. All sales directly support these videos, and I'd really appreciate it. That's about it for this one. Please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and hang around to watch one of the other videos linked at the end of this one. It'll be on the screen in just a moment or two. I hope you're staying safe and well wherever you are. Please remember to practice safe social distance, stay home, wash your hands, and after all of that, go practice.